Welcome everyone back to Mr. Weather Update. In today's video, we'll look at the latest at the live radar, look at the UKV, how it temperatures in the next 5 days, and the temperatures as well on the GFS, ECM, and the UK Meteo and ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We'll also look at the long range precipitation for the next 5 days and temperatures for the UKV. I'll do that in a minute, and for that film, I'll also need to let you know I'm going to be releasing the ECMWF 46-day forecast tomorrow. On that as well for the next couple of weeks, and that will take us to the first parts of September. Wait, yeah, the end, basically all of August, basically, and I'll have that for you tomorrow morning, as well. But yeah, that's what I do. And I do apologise, I haven't been uploading in the past couple of days. That's because I was on holiday, and I've got back yesterday night, and I couldn't really. I was a bit too tired, so but no, I was there to resume from now on, other than perhaps next week. Otherwise, we'll go with that. Okay, so let's have a look at the live radar. Fortunately, it's not much rain at all in anywhere actually, other than maybe the far northeast of Scotland. Some naughty cloud bringing some moisture in from there. Maybe the odd patchy drizzle as well. Otherwise, not much really. There is some showers actually in Plymouth, so that's in Cornwall, wasn't it? Devon and Cornwall area. Not much energy coming in this one, so not thundery, just more isolated showers, so not very useful really for, dry land, let's say. Especially if it's heavy downpours, but I think these are light showers really, not too heavy at all. They will be moving south throughout the day. Okay, so let's have a look at the UK. The average temperature in the next 5 days, as the taste runs. You can see there's been, obviously today it's been a couple of showers around as well, in the southwest, where the clouds are thick enough. Otherwise, it's been a very nice, clear day for most areas, with basically wall-to-wall sunshine. As we head into Monday, it's a little bit more grim, really. Could be a little clearer in the morning, but then it's going to be a bit cloudy, perhaps with the odd patchy drizzle. Not much rain though, really. Not proper rain, let's say. It's just some drizzle. Could break at some time, but widely an overcast day, really. Quite grim, really. If I'm being honest. Not really good for the gardens if it's not producing anything. Into the evening, does start to break up just a little bit. And then obviously over to Tuesday. Not too bad, a little bit of cloud around, more like high level cloud than anything. Some sunny intervals possible as well, with some patchy drizzle in the northwest of Scotland. So yeah, not too bad there. Looking over to Wednesday, we've got a little bit of showers actually coming on far north of Scotland. Some of these can actually be a bit heavy at times, according to the colours. Moderate showers maybe, for the far north of Scotland. It's a little bit more cloud around on Wednesday, maybe even producing some isolated showers in the northern England, possible. If the cloud is thick enough, of course, for it to produce anything, for that matter. With some sunny intervals still possible on Wednesday, with some patchy drizzle. We've got Thursday. Again, some patchy drizzle or light showers in Scotland. Otherwise, a very pleasant day indeed on Thursday. Some more cloudy in the south, eastern areas and central areas. Otherwise, in the north, it's not too bad on Thursday. And then again, same kind of, it's like rinse and repeat, where starting off a little bit cloudy, but some sunny intervals with some light showers possible. But there's a trend on the station to increase throughout the week, as it'll be a bit. Excuse me. My microphone fell out. There we go. More unsettled as we head into the next week, starting for the 27th in particular. Here are the temperatures. So this is today's temperatures, so I'm not going to read out too much. But looking at for tomorrow's temperatures, these are the temperatures here. So North Sea areas once again were played by some moisture from the northwestern sea. Unfortunately, not otherwise. If you're further east, you're further east even. We are a lot more pleasant. So Scotland could see 23 Celsius, so widely high teens, low to mid 20s. And then in southwestern England, west of England really, we are now in the low to mid 20s, 24, 25, perhaps even isolate 26 Celsius possible, so around average. Maybe a touch above average at some areas, but not what we've seen throughout the past couple of weeks really. Have a look over to Tuesday once again. A little bit warmer for some areas, a little bit more widespread. So Scotland, other than obviously the far northwest of Scotland, as it's always cooler there, we are in the low to mid 20s. We could see 25 Celsius there in. I think that's. I'm not too sure what that is actually, but we could see 25 Celsius in eastern Scotland. Northern England, we could even see again 25 Celsius possible in the eastern areas. A little cooler in the western areas, I've noticed. A little bit more cloud around there. Otherwise, widespread mid-20s, 25, 26, maybe even a nice late 27 Celsius possible in some spots. And over to, what's this? Wednesday does actually start to get a little bit warmer in the far southwest, really, but not on a heat wave, just a few hot spells possible. So you can see Scotland, low 20s, high teens. Same for Northern England, really. High teens, low 20s, more likely to 20s, really. You can see 23, 24 Celsius. Rest of areas, we're in the mid, maybe high 20s, 26, 27, and isolate 28. It's not ruled out, so quite above average, actually, for time of year. And then again, quite similar, actually, onto Thursday, if not a little bit more widespread into England. Scotland could see 23 Celsius, so a little bit warmer there, but still going to be about mostly in the teens. And yeah, and you can see over to England, especially eastern areas, we're more likely to see some higher temperatures. So northern and eastern areas 25 Celsius, and then we've got to the Midlands and the south, more likely to see the highest temperatures, mid to high 20s. 27 and isolate 28 still possible on Thursday, but not really a heat wave, let's say, because it'll be alternating. So we do have a look at the long range GFS ECM and UK Millions, and also the GFS ensembles for the next 4 weeks. On the Azores side to the west, we've got a northerly breeze, bringing some pleasant temperatures and a lot of cloud at times, really, a lot of moisture. But as we go into, well, closer to next week, we're more likely to see more of an Atlantic sort of regime again, with more of a northwesterly influence, so winds coming from the northwest, so cooler, showery, maybe even some longer spells of rain possible. However, as we head into the first half of August, well, first days of August, let's say, we are more likely to see some incredibly hot air moving in from the south, and I mean very hot. And it's a little scary. It's a bit annoying that the GFS is saying this. It could be an outlier, but I'm going to look at it anyway, just in case something happens. GFS is basically indicating the 20s isotherm, which would give basically mid to high 30s again. It's very unlikely this will happen. We are seeing signs of the high pressure build in. So I'm not gonna forecast this. I'm not gonna put it in my thumbnail, just to get views, of course, because obviously this is probably not gonna happen. And most obviously it could, but obviously lots of ensembles likely on this one. But if it did play out, we could see quite hot temperatures at times. This is it's the 12Z model one that's saying this. So obviously, there may not be in all agreement. But what we are seeing is the high pressure building, maybe giving some more heat waves as possible throughout August. And remember, these can be very different ensembles. Like this is the 0Z, and it's completely different. So can't just use one model for the GFS, let alone the model itself. Otherwise, yeah. So this is the 0Z one. Again, we've got that high pressure, the Azores high. That will weaken, and that's going to allow more of an Atlantic regime with showers, longer spells of rain, especially in the northwest, most likely. It does indicate that that high pressure does build, but not as intense, not as intense heat, perhaps with more interruptions in the Atlantic. Now you may have noticed here at the far southwest, there's it looks like a tropical depression forming there, a tropical cyclone. If that does spin up, that could actually help that. It could be like a column of air. That column of air could spill in that hot air from the south. So if that intersects, that could be more heat. So we'll have to see what's there. I'll keep an eye on those out. Looking at the 6Z. Quite a different picture actually, but nothing too different really. But I think most of these models are saying about this high pressure rebuilding. Azores High weakens, getting a northerly breeze that then shifts to a northwesterly breeze. We then have more showers, most likely, this time next week. Longer spells of rain is not ruled out. Does suggest the high pressure to linger. That's the Azores High. This is the 12Z, isn't it? Am I on the right one? Yeah. I think... I'm a bit confused here. Was I looking at the 6? This is... No, I was supposed to look at the 6Z, wasn't I? That's the wrong model. Let me just do that one more time. There we go. Let's have a look. I think this is... oh, yeah. I see what I'm doing. Let's look at the 18Z. I was a bit confused there. Sorry about that. But looking at the 18Z run, it actually does paint a different picture. Azores High builds... Get a northerly breeze that shifts to a northwest breeze. Again, that's going to be more showers, long spells of rain, mostly next week and the end of the July, so very unsettled there. Is this the 18Z? Nope, it wasn't. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is the 18Z this time, so I was looking at the wrong model one. That's my fault. Otherwise, yeah, Azores High builds, a northerly breeze, showers, long spells of rain, less, influence about that. However, it's suggesting this time, this is the 18Z one, this is only one model one saying this time. We have got high pressure to south though. And we've got a looks like a developing storm actually, but then it weakens and it just moves up north, bringing a very unsettled picture for the start of August. It's fairly unlikely that will happen actually, because that high pressure will build in. But look at this run of the GFS. 42 degrees. I mean, I don't think this is going to happen then. It's the 18Z is, it's a bit of a weird run, let's say, if it's saying that. So that would be obviously unprecedented heat, really, if that had to say that. But I think that, if that happened, it's very, very unlikely that will happen, because it's very, very close to that low pressure system. And if it did happen, explosive thunderstorms will happen, because that would be ridiculously strong. So we'll have to see what happens there. But very likely this model will verify. Very, very unlikely. I think, well, most likely is the... Let's be a bit nosy there, but... the high pressure to build throughout early on, because rather than getting unprecedented heat like that. If we do a look at the ECM, you can see we've got high pressure, the Azores High, that builds in throughout the week. Then that starts to weaken. We get the northerly breeze shifting to a northwesterly breeze, getting some showers. And as we go on to the next week, we can have more longer spells of rain from the Atlantic before we do get more of a high pressure influence, bringing some warmer air. Finally, looking at the UK Met Euro run, once again, Azores High to the west. That blocks any Atlantic to come. We'll get a northerly breeze, perhaps even northeasterly at times. We can get some North Sea cloud. Just a minute. And then that shifts to a northwesterly breeze, showers, and longer spells of rain after the 25th, bringing some more changeable conditions rather than a washout, let's say. But we definitely are seeing some signs of high pressure building from the ECM and the GFS runs. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.